Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a brand new style from Wille in partnership with name brand wigs. This is ANIMA in the color dark chocolate mix. This is a brand new style just launched from their Changes collection, and name brand wigs did send me this one so I could review it for you guys. It is a super cute style. I'm really surprised. I wasn't so sure about it when I saw the stock photo, but it is actually quite cute. So if you want to know more about this cute style, then stick around. I'll show you the inside the cap. I'll show you this color outside. We'll talk all about it. Wille actually just launched a couple of new styles, and ANIMA is one of them. This one is a really fun, kind of shaggy, choppy cut with some waves. Very, very interesting. I'm going to show you from all around, and then we're going to talk all about it. It's so cute and fun and just casual, trendy. I mean, really, really super youthful and fun. This style has a bunch of layers, as you can see, and then they put in these really messy waves. But what I like about it is that it really works with this cut. Sometimes you get wigs with these really messy deconstructed waves and it just ends up looking like messy hair. But this looks very intentional, the way that they put the layers in, and then when you sort of mess around with them, it definitely looks intentional, like you styled your hair this way purposely. It's not bedhead, which I think is really, really super fun. Now, let me show you this cap right away because it is a very interesting cap. And it is presenting a slight challenge for me on the piece that I have, which I'll tell you about. So what we have here is the tiniest little lace front, little cutout here of lace. What it does is it gives it the slightest look of scalp right here and of parting. You've got your soft, substantial ear tabs with bendable stays, an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, which I love, and a mono crown. This little circle up here is called a mono crown. It sits right on your crown, and while it's not really there to help give realistic scalp appearance or anything like that, what it does is it helps the hair to lay a little bit more realistic on the top, and I think that's why they put it there. I don't really know that there's huge benefit with having a mono crown, to be honest with you guys, but Wille does do that on some of their wigs. Now, something I want to point out about this wig that I think is super interesting, this cap actually is quite big. This is not running small at all. So if you are used to Wille wigs running more on the average petite side, this is running incredibly true to average. Honestly, there's so much stretch on this, and I actually can cinch this one in for comfort. I have a 22-inch circumference. Let's take a look at where I have the adjusters right now. It's big on me. I don't really have them cinched in at all, and I feel like this is going to fall off my head. It actually feels quite loose. So let me tighten these adjusters a little bit. I don't have to tighten adjusters on a lot of wigs because my circumference, like I said, is 22 inches. That's considered average. And so most average cap wigs fit me. That is so much better. I really think that if you are up to 22.5 inches, you're going to be able to wear this wig. It will fit your circumference. Because like I said, I cinched it in and I have 22 inches. There's a little bit of extra cap up here, so I definitely feel like there's room to grow in the cap as well. So I just have to classify this as running very, very true to average. I'd say it fits very similar to Raquel Welch on me, Gabor, John Renault. I mean, it's definitely doesn't feel like it's running small at all. So if you purchase Wille wigs normally because you have a smaller head and you're used to them running a little small, this one's not running small, so keep that in mind. I've been playing with her, just trying to see how fun she would be to wear. She tucks so well. I would say my one complaint about this one is really this front section right here. So right here is where they have that sort of fake lace front, or small lace front, not fake. It is a lace front, but it's very small. You can see that when I lift it up. So it's right there. Now, one issue that I'm having is that the way that the hair was tied in or sewn in is really odd, and it doesn't want to lay right. I almost feel like in order to get this to, I've got like a few pieces that just want to come forward like that and don't really want to like flow with any of the rest of the hair. So I feel like I've been doing this a lot. That has helped, but I almost feel like I'm gonna have to pluck some of this hair out here because it's just tied in really odd. Now, that's this piece. It may not be your piece. All of those kinds of things are really specific to certain pieces, and so you may get one and not have that issue at all. I also think this style is so adorable. To me, that's a really minor little thing, and I honestly think just a little bit of strategic plucking will fix it, or steam, but I would just want to point that out because obviously I want you guys to know everything that I'm observing. One other issue I have with this type of a front, so I want to say it's Movie Star or Movie. There was another wig that I reviewed that had one of these, and sometimes what the problem is it's so small that it can be hard to hide the transition. I don't know if you can see that transition right there, but it can be a little challenging to hide that transition. So I think if you want to get a piece like this, just be aware that you may need to work with that a little bit to make it look the most realistic. I did consider whether or not bangs could be cut into this one, and that would really take care of that problem. But the way that this is cut, I think it'd be really hard. Now, if you are very experienced with bangs, you may have an easy time. But for me, I'm not super experienced. Just the way it's all lays in the front, I think you can cut bangs in, but again, I think you're going to have your work cut out for you to have them lay right. You can use heat to do that, steam, all of that. See how that just wants to do that? That's what I'm talking about, to get them to lay right. But I also think that it's very, very heavy in the front, so it will be a bit of a challenge to cut yourself a bang that isn't too heavy. Now, that's coming from someone who doesn't have a lot of experience with bangs. I really don't wear bangs. I don't cut bangs in a lot of wigs, so I'm just trying to think about what that might be like. So if you have a lot of experience, you can just toss away that opinion because you know more than I do at this point. This one does have, I would say, a moderate density. A lot of times Ellen Wille wigs are light density. This one is more of on the moderate density side, and it definitely has some Permatease. There's some Permatease on the sides here, giving it a little bit of that lift and that width, so you've got some volume. There is some Permatease on the top as well, but it's not heavy, poofy, or pillowy. But if you get overwhelmed by wigs a lot, if you feel that having a lot of volume up here is hard for you to wear because you're not used to it, this one's going to feel quite voluminous to you. There is some good body in this one. I'd say it's natural, it's not overdone, but it definitely has some body. To me, this looks like you spent time putting sea salt spray in your hair and maybe using a straightener to put in some of these waves, you know, amping it up with some round brushing and, you know, drying your head upside down. All of the things that those of us who have had fine hair all of our lives have tried to do to get our hair some volume before maybe it got too thin to even style it anymore. But that's what this one reminds me of. It reminds me of someone who's really doing their hair so that, because they're maybe going to go out with friends or out on a date or, you know, spend some time. They just want to look good. This is the kind of hair that you work hard to get, actually. It doesn't really look like bedhead to me, so it's very cute. All right, so I've covered, I think, everything about the cap. Let's talk about this color. Dark chocolate mix. I do not review too many dark brunettes, and I'm very excited to show this to you guys. This color is actually very close to my natural hair color. It is a gorgeous dark brown there is red in it. So let me grab this tag here so that I can tell you guys, wrong tag, so I can tell you guys the color code. We're looking at a 4 for the base. A 4 is a dark brown, 2 is the darkest brown, and then you go to black. So a 4 is a fairly dark brown. Then you have a 33. A 33 is a auburn. So when you look at this in some lighting, you can really see that auburn red in here. And then a 6 is a medium dark brown. So they have sort of blended dark and medium dark brown and an auburn to get this beautiful, deep, rich brunette. It is such a beautiful color. The red is not heavy, but there is absolutely little pops of almost like a violet red in there from that 33. And then it's just rich and chocolatey. This is absolutely a very, very warm brown. It is such a pretty color. This is the kind of the first color that so when I first started wearing wigs almost 4 years ago, I was looking for colors like this because I was used to having very dark brown hair and I didn't put highlights in my hair. And so I really wanted something to match that hair color. So this would have been the perfect color for me back then. So if you like super dark browns, rich, warm, chocolatey browns, you like a little bit of a pop of auburn and red, it just gives it that something extra, then this could be a great color for you. Let's get outside so I can show you this color outside. It's a super cute style. So if you like shorter styles and you're looking for something, you know, it doesn't have a ton of cap features, so you're not paying that premium price that some of the wigs with the full mono tops and the lace fronts have, you can still style this one, then maybe consider this one. It is awfully cute. Let's get outside. All right, guys, here we are outside. We have bright, bright sunlight. No clouds today. You can see that rich chocolatey color. It's so pretty. Hopefully you're getting catching a glimpse of some of the red as well, the auburn. Isn't it pretty? Good color for my dark brunettes who love their warm with reddish hints. Really good color for that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And one last thing I forgot to mention, you really can't see visible permatease. Even though this doesn't have a lot of cap features, they did a really good job of hiding that permatease, which is really appreciated. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey everyone, here we are with an unboxing of Wille ANIMA. Brand new, just released. This is in the color Dark Chocolate Mix. So excited to be bringing you such a deep, dark brown. This is the color that I started off with when I started wearing wigs. Now take a look at the cap. You've got a small little lace front and a mono crown. That keeps the price of this one down. It doesn't have very many cap features. Look at how cute. Now there's a little bit of a challenge in the front. I do talk about that in my review, which you will find on YouTube soon. But look at this. Just the perfect little shag with some waves. It's really cute. This color is gorgeous. I'll share all the details in my full review soon.